I'm joined here by Denz, who has been styling out guys for 20 plus years. He's been with us now for 7 months. Denz, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience styling guys out?
So I started with Men's Wearhouse, worked there for 13 and a half years, then worked for Neiman Marcus for about 5 years, and then Saks for a year. And then now I'm at TWEEDS, which was the best decision.
Well, this was a great, resume of, different suit places that you've worked for. So I imagine you've seen some changes over the years as far as styling and as far as, different lapel shapes, certainly maybe different, buttons. Talk to me a little bit about what's changed in suiting over the past, let's call it 5 years, over the past 5 years. What have you seen kind of?
So I would like to say the whole phrase, nothing new is under the sun. So something may be introduced and then it may fade out, but it'll always come back.
It always comes back.
So like the whole sneakers with suits. So when I started doing, men's suiting, to wear sneakers with a suit was just a big no-no.
Right.
But then it was introduced, through the sporting world, sportcasting.
Yeah.
And it kind of went off from there. But then you have some guys that are like still trying to tinker tack around the whole style. But most guys tend to revert back to the classic dress shoes with suits.
Yeah, well, I think certainly some styles should stay dead, right? Like what do you think? What styles have you seen just
Bro, definitely bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms
should stay dead for men.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so bell bottoms definitely should stay dead.
Okay, yeah, I agree. That's definitely what I will never be rocking. But okay, yeah, tell me a little bit more about, like, if you were, let's kind of jump into the meat of this. Like, if you were styling out a new client who doesn't know anything about suits, tell me, like, where are you starting with that guy who he doesn't know anything about what he wants? I mean, what's your go-to, like, maybe first suit, and like where you started, how are you styling him out? Like, what sort of style specifications might you be choosing?
Yeah. Great question. So first I want to know exactly what his idea of style and fit and what he's looking for. Is he looking to start a new wardrobe, to reinvent his wardrobe? And then once I get that understanding of where he's trying to go, I definitely want to cover his bases, like navy suit, black suit, gray suit, tan suit. And then once you have those particular 3 or 4 suits, then we could venture into like your pinstripe suits, your tan, your plaid suits, and your window panes.
Yeah, maybe start adding a sport coat to
growing your sport coat collection along with your dress pants and your jeans, and just showing them how they can mix and match everything to get more use out of their wardrobe.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Definitely start with those 4 staples and, run with that. I mean, that can be a very interchangeable style with those 4 suits. They all mix and match very well. But kind of that brings me to another question. I mean, when you are considering all of this and, mixing and matching, and how do you, build a wardrobe that is effortless to consider what you're wearing in the morning? Like, I mean, what are the things? I mean, certainly those 4 style statement pieces, those 4 beginner pieces, the navy, the charcoal, the black, the khaki, those pieces are staples. Absolutely. So how do you branch off from that? And what are you considering when you're trying to match and build a wardrobe that just works, no matter if I put this piece on or that piece on? How are you doing that?
So first, I always like to start out. Always find you a wardrobe consultant or a stylist that know what the hell they're doing. And whenever you get a suit, every time you wear it, you fall in love with it every time. And then as you proceed from there, every morning that you wake up or every time that you have to throw on your outfit is almost like Granimals, where everything should be able to mix and match.
Yeah.
So you already have your base colors, and then most guys work off of 1 dimension to 2 dimension. And then once you become a little bit more fashionable with colors and patterns, then you start working your way into like 3 dimension, slightly a 4. but you're just working with colors and patterns and always contrast. So if you're going to wear something dark, you need to also wear something light to contrast that also accent your very own features. So like yourself, if you have dark hair, then you want to make sure that whatever you're wearing, it insinuates and give contribution to your natural features.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe like now kind of shifting gears, maybe to shifting gears towards more fine tuning the style, fine tuning the details of the look. You know, a lot of guys ask me this, and I always have a good answer, but I'm curious your perspective as well. A lot of guys always think they have to match their tie to their pocket square. I mean, do you agree with that, or is there something else you prefer?
I agree with that when we're working with that one guy that's one dimensional. But I like for my tie and my pocket square to be different colors, different patterns, but they do still coordinate with each other. Because when we talk about the eye should also jump from the tie to the pocket square, from the pocket square back to the tie. So it's almost like you're playing tic-tac-toe with your tie and your pocket square. So it's a game that should be played together.
Yeah, so they have to kind of scan the whole entirety of the outfit, see the cohesive look kind of come together.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I always tell guys I like a contrast. Certainly, you know, if you got a navy suit on, you got a baby blue pocket square. I definitely like a maroon tie with a look like that, or a red tie. So having a different, adding a different dimension into the outfit, definitely plays really nicely, I think. Okay, well, I mean, tell me a little bit about. I know guys always ask, do I have to match my shoes? You know, shoes to my belt. Do I have to wear a belt? Tell me a little bit about that.
So when it comes to accessorizing your look, I do agree that your belt should match your shoes. And that's another trend too, guys not wearing belts with their suits. And for me personally, a belt can symbolize status to your outfit. And it also breaks the waistline from the shirt to the actual pant. So me personally, I like wearing a belt, and of course my belt have to match my shoes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love that. And yeah, I think it's a really good idea, breaking up the outfit. And certainly can, you know, if you have a Gucci belt on or a little pop of like a designer brand, I think that's nice. It helps elevate your status. But certainly with the suit and other considerations, maybe not so much. Yeah.
And that's another thing that is also part of discussion. Okay, well, if I'm gonna wear a Gucci belt, should I wear Gucci shoes? Me personally, I think if you're gonna wear designer accessories, it's okay to mix and match your designer accessories, because then it also brings value or status. That I like to wear Gucci shoes with a Ferragamo belt. Both of those brands are pretty well valued brands. In the world of suiting. So they could definitely be put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a really valid point, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. Well, to wrap this up, I'm curious. I have one last question. I mean, because at Tweeds, we're all about the fit. So I wanted to know your perspective on how important is fit? How important is that to what we do and how we appear in the world?
So fit is very important. Again, always get yourself a stylist or wardrobe consultant that know what the hell they're doing. Figure out what style you like, what fit you like. I may have a different fit than you have a fit on your suits. So a good wardrobe consultant will discover what fit fits that person best and what they're comfortable with, and let's roll with it. Now, fits can sometimes alter. Like, I may want to start out as not so fitted, maybe a little bit baggy. But then as I see that I'm working out, I like the way I'm confident in what I look like, I want to wear something a little bit more on the fitted side, then I'm able to shift from one fit to the other and still look great.
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then actually, I know I said we'll wrap this up, but that actually brings up one more question for
Mhm.
me. The world of fashion, there's so much to dive into. But tell me a little bit about, I mean, fabric quality and how much that plays into the comfortability of the wear and how much that plays into just feeling comfortable and confident in what you're wearing.
So definitely 100% wool is always the best. If you can get what they call virgin wool, it's the first cut of the lamb. That's always great. So anything that's what we would call a pure fabric, like 100% wool, 100% linen, 100% cotton. And of course, once you venture into those things and you accomplish them, then you can always do fabrics that's mixed with wool
Yeah.
and linen. Or great, tweeds, we have bamboo. So we have fabrics that's made out of bamboo. So not many people fathom
Yeah.
a fabric made from bamboo, but it's great.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thanks so much for joining me, Denz. I understand you're going to be getting a new store soon, opening up in, where are you opening up at?
So I'm going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, on the south end of Charlotte, which is considered the banking center. For
Nice.
if you're in the area, definitely stop by. I would love to see you, shake your hand, and even fit you for a suit.